In this video, we'll be taking a quick look at the Montblanc 149 75th anniversary of the Meisterstück. We'll go over the specs, I will do a writing sample, and I'll tell you what I like and don't like about this pen coming up. So this is a Montblanc 149, the 75th anniversary pen from 1999. This is 75 years of the Meisterstück line, which was originally launched in 1924. Now, the difference here is mainly to do with the ring up top and the nib. So it says 75 years of passion, and the passion has a little diamond in there, supposedly, and soul. So you get this more premium, more gaudy looking cap ring. And then you have the nib here, which says 75 years and Meisterstück. It's two-tone nib, really a nice looking nib. Being from 1999, we do have a plastic feed, but otherwise this is pretty much the same as a standard 149. Modern 149 with the typical nib engraving here, so you can just kind of see the difference. But otherwise, the construction is exactly the same. They have the same type of feed. Now, there were a number of different versions of the 75. This is the cheapest one. This is the one that's not numbered. They did a numbered version of 1924, which would have looked just like this, except it had rose gold trim. It had a little engraving for the number on there, and then the snow cap would have been mother of pearl. And then they did some really expensive other limited editions. I believe they did a skeletonized one in gold that was maybe 24 pieces. I have no idea how much that costs. Very, very expensive, very cool pen. But they just came out with the Origins, the 100-year pen, which I'm actually having a bespoke nib put on. But it's just neat to see one of the first sort of anniversary Meisterstück 149s. For the writing sample, I'm going to be using a Paper Mine Tomoe River hardcover notebook. These notebooks are excellent with fountain pens, and for Blake's broadcast viewers and subscribers, you can get 10% off with code BB10 at checkout. Is the Montblanc 149 75th anniversary, and this is, I believe, a medium, although I'm not 100% sure. And this is Hiroshi Suku Shinkai. Try fast writing. We do, it does look like the feed is having a little bit of trouble keeping up. In normal writing, I haven't had any issues. In terms of flexibility, you can push on this a little bit, but there really isn't much there. I have to say, I've used a lot of Montblanc nibs. This is one of the most boring, uninteresting nibs that I've used from them. And I mean, that includes other medium nibs, so I'm not super pleased with the writing experience. It's just kind of whatever, but for a pen that's this, fancy, it really should be better than just meh. So I am going to let this pen go, even though it's a neat, rare pen, but it doesn't really do much for me. In terms of reverse writing, yeah, it's actually pretty smooth. You do get a little bit of a difference in terms of the width there, but not huge. But overall, it's an okay nib. It's just, there's just nothing special about it. And when the pen costs as much as this, it really should be a nicer writing experience, I think. So what are my pros and cons for the Montblanc 75th anniversary edition? Well, I think this is a neat variation on the 149. We don't get too many different 149s. So to have this special trim ring with the diamond on there, I think looks really neat. And then also having a very cool special 75th anniversary two-tone nib is really nice. And if we compare it to the 90th anniversary one that was rose gold, this I feel like they gave us a lot more. And then if we compare it to the Origins, it's a little bit more of a wash. The Origins did have a special material, and I am going to be reviewing mine when it comes back from the bespoke nib program. But it had a special material for the cap, a different design to the cap. However, the nib was a little bit more plain, single tone. So, pros and cons, I think this is a pretty nice anniversary edition pen. Now, in terms of cons, these are a little bit harder to find. I would say in the $700 to $800 range is where they should be, especially this unnumbered version. Um, it is more gaudy looking, especially with the diamond and the bigger cap ring. So if you are somebody that thinks the 149 is obnoxious, you're really not going to like this version, I don't think. The nib, I believe it's a medium. It's the most boring Montblanc nib I think I've literally ever used. I don't know why it doesn't feel really soft or special in any way, which is not normal for a 149 nib. So the nib is just meh. That's the biggest complaint here. But that's pretty much it. Do you guys have this pen? Do you like this pen? Let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more fountain pen, paper, and ink videos, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much, and until next time.